From the author of Spinsterella, The Strange and Unusual Romance and Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black comes the legendary Magic Children. Pick up the conclusions of the Spinsterella trilogy in paperback and e-readers this Halloween. They say retail is dying here in America, and one of the reasons I believe retail is dying here in America is due to several incidents I encountered last weekend and on Monday. Now, last weekend, my family member and I, we went to Target to do some shopping. And we were finished with our shopping and we were headed over to the front end to pay for our merchandise. Now, they only had two cashiers open that Saturday, and it was around 11:30 or 12 o'clock or so. And as we were waiting online, we were told, and many people behind us were told, that they were getting ready to close all the registers, and they were going to tell all the customers that they can use self-checkout. Now, self-checkout is this new automated device where people scan their own items and pay for them with an automated system. And the people waiting online had been waiting for a good 15, 20, 25 minutes to go pay for their merchandise, and they wanted to pay for their merchandise with the cashier. And they were told, oh, these lines are closing, and they were closing all the registers at the middle of the day during the busiest period of the day for a retailer. 12 o'clock is where people start pouring into a store. And this store on the Gateway Center here in the South Bronx, it gets a lot of traffic. So a lot of people were thoroughly angry at the prospect of having to, after spending all this time waiting to get checked out, to be told, oh, we're going to close up everything and that they have to go and use a self-checkout kiosk. And most of these employees, they weren't really concerned about the image of the Target Corporation or the Target brand or the reputation that they of their own professional image. And they didn't see how these actions they were participating in were hurting all those things, because when a customer comes into a store and they have a negative shopping experience, here's what they do. They tell their friends about that negative shopping experience, and then they tell their friends to go find another venue to go do their shopping. Now, this Target Corporation, I don't know what's going on with their corporate office, but they need to be told about this type of action. Directing people who have been waiting online for 15, 20, 25 minutes to go to a self-check kiosk, that's bad customer service, and that's extremely unprofessional, because what you're doing when you do this is you're not valuing this customer's time, and you're telling them that their money has no value, because for you to waste their time, which is more precious than money, is a slap in the face to that customer. And when customers get slapped in the face like this, they become alienated. And when customers become alienated, they stop shopping at your venue and then go shop at competitors. And this is the type of behavior that would lead to people doing more online shopping than walking into a retail outlet like your Target here in the Bronx. Because when people see behaviors like this, employees participating in behaviors like this, and management not checking them, what that does is give them no incentive to come into that store to go do their shopping, because they feel like they are not going to get a good shopping experience, they're not going to get good customer service, and they're not going to be treated in a professional manner. Because to tell people who have been waiting in line for a good 15, 20 minutes that they should go to a self-check-out kiosk and blow them off like that does not really give them an incentive to come back. When you are in a business, your goal is to make the customer happy and then give that customer an incentive to come back to that store. And what I saw on this last Saturday around 11:30, 12 o'clock in the afternoon did not give myself a reason to go back to this Target in the Gateway Center in the Bronx, or give anyone who shopped there any incentive to go shop at this retailer. And this is what's really sad about this is you have $1 billion corporation, and this is the way your employees are acting in a professional situation. They're treating the customer like they have no value, and that they can just do whatever they want. They're just going to blow off work and then just tell people to just go use these self-checkout kiosks, the same self-checkout kiosks which are being designed to eliminate jobs. So those people who were waiting in line, they were trying to save jobs, and they were trying to keep people working. And these people didn't understand this, were working against themselves, and were their own worst enemies in this situation. But this is the type of professionalism we're seeing these days in these retail outlets, and this is one of the reasons why people would shop online with a company like Amazon.com or some other online retailer, because they see the way that they are treated in these retail settings by employees who act like they have no time for the customer, are not concerned with the customer's needs, and not concerned with providing quality customer service to their employees. Now, another encounter I had regarding Target happened later that afternoon. Now, as everybody knows, I have been out of work for some time, and I heard about a new Target opening on 34th Street in Herald Square, and I decided to put in an application there so I could get a job that could put some money in my pocket while I look for another really professional full-time position. And I got a call at 6 o'clock at night from their HR department. Now, it was really odd for their HR department to call me at 6 o'clock at night on Saturday, but I took it for whatever it was, and I decided to set up an interview with their people on Monday morning at another strange hour, 8:15 in the morning. Now, after I set up this interview, I set about to get ready for this interview, and as soon as I got there on Monday morning, at the time that I was supposed to be there, I get into the office of their corporation, which is down on between 10th and 11th Avenues on 25th Street. So I took some money to go get on the train to get all the way down there. They're telling me when I'm going there for the interview, all the interviews were actually supposed to be Tuesday and Wednesday. And I look at that action, and again, it shows me how completely unprofessional these people at this Target corporation are. I already had a bad experience with your front end checkout at the Gateway Center in the Bronx. Then I come down to Manhattan to interview with you at a time you scheduled for 8:15 on Monday morning, and you tell me, oh, we don't have any interviews for today. They're supposed to be for Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, showing no regard for any of the people who were shopping with you or were interested in working with you. So you didn't value my time, and you didn't value the fact that I actually took $5.50 that I desperately needed for everyday expenses to come down here to interview with you, because it shows me that you just don't care. And this is one of the things that really frustrates me about this Target corporation. They don't really regard the people who shop with them or the people who are interested in working with them. Because for them to not really communicate with their HR people, you have people calling people, scheduling them for interviews, and then your HR people don't even know that those people are coming. That shows me that there is poor communication, poor organization, and a complete lack of leadership, which is what I saw with that front end at the Gateway Center in the Bronx. Again, poor communication, because you're not communicating to your customers that you value their time, you value their money, and that you are concerned with providing them with the best customer service experience possible. Poor organization, because you're not bringing people together in a way that facilitates them coming in and coming out of the store in an efficient manner. And poor professionalism, because you're not focused on maintaining a positive image of the Target brand in the eyes of the customer. And this is what happens when you hire people who don't take business seriously, because people who take business seriously understand that they serve the customer, and their goal is to provide the customer with the most positive experience possible for their time that they're there. I know when I'm online and I'm doing videos here on YouTube, I try to provide a solid customer service experience to my viewers, and I also try to provide a solid customer service experience to my readers of the SJS Direct Publishing imprint. That's why I go out of my way when I hear about grammatical errors to immediately correct them. And when customers ask me to do things like write certain blogs or make certain videos, I make an effort to provide them with those products because I want those customers to come back and I want them to have a positive experience that they tell their friends about and other people about. And it's just sad to see a multi-billion-dollar corporation like Target not take customer service seriously, nor taking the experiences of the customer or your potential employee very seriously. Because if I were working at a Target corporation at one of their stores and I saw something like this, and it would really upset me because I've worked about 20 years ago. I was working at Food Emporium in high-end grocery, and in high-end grocery, you want to provide that customer with the best shopping experience. And I didn't see that at Target, and it really frustrated me to see that because when you don't give customers a good experience, again, they don't tell their friends about your business, and they don't want to continue dealing with your business. And to see a billion-dollar corporation on the ends of human resources and front end not understand what professionalism is, that was deeply saddening to me because, again, I would think people who worked at this multi-billion-dollar corporation would understand the foundations of quality customer service and the foundations of providing a solid shopping experience that people will feel happy about sharing with their friends, their family, and their other acquaintances so that you can bring more business to your business during a period where retail is struggling. You would think that during this period where retail is really been suffering for the last couple of years due to the inroads that Amazon.com and many other online retailers have been making, you would want to try to make efforts to give your customers the best shopping experience so that you could continue to have foot traffic coming into your business. Unfortunately, when it comes down to your Target corporation, it doesn't seem like they're concerned too well about bringing those customers back in, because after what I experienced there, it shows me that when it comes down to the customer, they're not always right, and they're not really concerned with providing the customer the best value of their time for their dollar. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you'd like to try some of my SJS Direct publications, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.